The airport terminal hummed with energy, a steady rhythm of travelers weaving through the space, their suitcases rolling behind them as they hurried toward their gates. Some checked their phones obsessively for flight updates, others walked briskly, focused on their destination. Amidst the crowd was Marcus Reed, a self-made millionaire and the highly respected CEO of a thriving tech company. Dressed in a well-tailored but modest suit, he moved with quiet authority. Confidence radiated from him, though it wasn't the kind that demanded attention. Marcus had never been the type to flaunt his success or wealth, but that certainly didn't mean he was willing to tolerate disrespect. Where are you watching this from today? Drop a comment below and let us know. Marcus had just wrapped up a high-profile tech conference in New York and was now heading home to Los Angeles. For long-haul flights like this, he always booked a first-class ticket, choosing comfort and space so he could get some work done during the journey. However, when he stepped up to the check-in counter, he encountered an unexpected obstacle. Behind the counter stood an airline employee named Linda. As Marcus handed over his passport and ticket, she barely lifted her eyes to acknowledge him. But the moment she did, her entire expression shifted. Her gaze flicked between him and his ticket, then back up to his face. A slight crease formed between her brows, her tone edged with something just short of condescension. "Sir, are you sure you're in the right line?" she asked, one eyebrow arching. Marcus met her gaze with a steady, polite nod. "Yes. I'm checking in for my flight. First-class ticket." Linda pursed her lips, her voice slowing as if speaking to someone who didn't quite understand. "First class is reserved for premium travelers, sir," she clarified, her words deliberate. "This line is for business and first-class passengers only." Marcus tilted his head slightly, keeping his tone level. "I'm aware. That's exactly why I'm here." For a brief moment, Linda hesitated. Then, with a forced, almost mechanical smile, she said, "I see." Yet, the doubt in her voice was unmistakable. She glanced at his ticket once more, then began tapping at her keyboard, her fingers moving with exaggerated slowness, as if searching for a problem that wasn't really there. After several unnecessary clicks and a dramatic sigh, she finally looked up. "Unfortunately, sir," she said, feigning regret, "there appears to be an issue with your ticket." Marcus's expression remained calm, though his patience was wearing thin. "An issue?" he echoed, his brow lifting slightly. Linda nodded, clicking away again. "Yes. It seems there was a mistake, and your ticket has been downgraded to economy class." A heavy silence hung between them. Marcus's jaw tensed. He had seen this kind of blatant discrimination before, had experienced it firsthand. He had spent years fighting through doubters, proving himself at every stage of his journey. From nothing, he had built a multi-million-dollar company, carving out a place for himself in the business world. Yet here he was, a successful entrepreneur, a paying customer, standing at a counter being treated like he didn't belong. Taking a deep breath, Marcus kept his composure. He wasn't going to cause a scene, but he certainly wasn't going to let this slide either. "I booked a first-class ticket," he said, his voice even but firm. "I paid for a first-class ticket. Unless the airline has a valid explanation for why my seat was randomly downgraded, I suggest you correct the issue." Linda's lips pressed together in a thin line. "I'm sorry, sir," she said, though she sounded anything but apologetic. "But the system has already processed the change. If you still wish to fly first class, you'll need to purchase a new ticket." Marcus's eyes narrowed. "So, you expect me to pay twice for the same seat?" She simply shrugged, her expression indifferent. "It's policy." Before Marcus could respond, another passenger stepped up to the counter. A middle-aged white man, likely in his 50s, sporting an expensive suit and gold cufflinks. The moment he approached, Linda's entire demeanor transformed. Her stiff posture softened, her face brightened with a welcoming smile. "Good evening, Mr. Lancaster," she said, her tone suddenly warm and accommodating.